Like most corporate success stories, Domino's started out small, with just one store in 1960. It started under a different name, by two young brothers. Tom Monahan and his brother James purchased a pizza store called Dominick's in Ypsilanti, Michigan. Within 8 months after purchasing the store, James wanted out. He traded in his half of the business for the Volkswagen Beetle that they used to deliver pizzas. Tom became the sole owner and spent the next few years growing the business, opening 2 more nearby locations by 1965. The original Dominick's owner refused to allow Monahan to use the name at new locations, so he had to change it slightly to Domino's. He created the Domino's logo, and each dot represented each of his 3 locations. He originally planned to place a new dot for each new store. However, this idea quickly faded as expansion took place. The original Domino's building was too small for sit-down dining. Instead, they focused on delivering pizzas, catering to the college town that they were in. They have remained a carry-out or delivery pizza store ever since. Monahan spent years tweaking his business practices, becoming the best he could be. He came up with ways to shave seconds off the time needed to make each pizza, and streamlined the products with fewer ingredients. He also designed a new corrugated pizza box to keep the pizzas hot and protected during delivery. Monahan invented this new insulated box that would not only keep the pizza warm, but also support the weight of multiple boxes on top. This allowed several to be delivered at once, without the box's lid sagging and causing the cheese to be stuck to the top. As a result, the modern-day pizza delivery service was born. In 1973, Domino's guaranteed America that they'd have their pizza within 30 minutes of placing the order, or they'd get it for free. The biggest innovation that enabled the 30-minute promise was territory. Monahan bought up pizza stores whenever he could, slowly creating a network that meant there would be a store nearby any customer who might call. Domino's Pizza expanded rapidly, and by 1978, it had 200 locations. By 1983, there were over 1,000 locations. In 1986, the company adopted a mascot called the Noid. The Noid was a bunny-suited anti-hero that appeared in Domino's commercials using antics to try to prevent delivery of hot pizza. The commercials urged people to call Domino's to avoid the Noid and get their pizza in 30 minutes or less. The mascot even became a pop culture hit and appeared on t-shirts, in movies, and was made complete with a crossover computer game. Despite the Noid's massive cultural impact, Domino's canceled him in 1989 after a Noid-related hostage situation. This incident occurred when a man named Kenneth Lamar Noid took 2 Domino's employees hostage because he felt the commercials were personally attacking him. Thankfully, no one was injured. In the 1980s and 90s, Domino's guarantee of delivery within 30 minutes led to so many fatal car crashes that their employee death rate was compared to miners and construction workers. After a few lawsuits, the 30-minute guarantee was dropped in 1993. Pepperoni is the most popular Domino's pizza topping in the US, followed by sausage, bacon, mushrooms, and pineapple. As for the busiest days of the year, New Year's Eve ranks first, followed by Halloween, Super Bowl Sunday, and Thanksgiving Eve. For the majority of their existence, Domino's only offered pizza. They offered only 2 sizes, 11 toppings, and 1 soft drink, Coca-Cola. They believed the simplicity of their menu resulted in higher quality products and more efficient business. The traditional outlook of Domino's was changed in 1989 when the deep pan pizza was introduced. To keep up with public demand, Domino's had to start expanding their menu. The evolving menu made it even more popular that year, and Domino's Pizza opened its 5,000th store. Shortly after, Domino's released breadsticks, thin crust pizza, flavored crusts, buffalo wings, and finally they tapped into the dessert market. Tom Monahan was truly a self-made man. He created a pizza empire from just 1 store to thousands. From the age of 4, he was raised in a Catholic orphanage with his brother, but he grew into a legendary businessman. In 1983, Monahan bought the Detroit Tigers. The next year, they won the World Series. In 1986, Monahan wrote an autobiography entitled Pizza Tiger, detailing how he went from 1 store to thousands. In the early 1990s, Monahan experienced a religious reawakening, sparked by some passages in a book, C.S. Lewis's Mere Christianity. This book changed his life, and he decided to make big changes. Among these changes were returning to his Catholic faith and selling the Detroit Tigers, along with many of his other expensive possessions. In 1998, he parted ways with his ultimate possession, selling his ownership of Domino's to Bain Capital for $1 billion. Monahan then went on to found a Roman Catholic university in 1998 called Ave Maria. It was originally located in Michigan, but in 2007, he moved the university to Southwest Florida. There are few things so universally beloved in America like a hot and cheesy delivered pizza. Domino's had a huge part in establishing the way the pizza delivery business is done. What are some of your fond memories of ordering from Domino's? Maybe it involves watching commercials of the Noid during the 1980s.